What I'm going to do right now is show you how to plan a horizontal well using the profiler that we have in the well planning. And it's a very straightforward process. Horizontal wells are, I choose default horizontal and load that profile. Horizontal wells, there's a whole variety of ways to plan them, and there's turnhorizontals and there's straight line horizontals, and there's all kinds of ways to plan them. And one of the ways, which is quite common, is to have a formation which is defined with what is called an RKB TVD. That's the depth that the formation is at when it passes underneath your well position, at your surface position. And that is along with the dip and the direction, can define the entire plane of the formation. And then you can specify how you want to drill into it. With this tool right here, when we bring this up, the tool shows us a measured depth right here from the surface on down, which is where we would have our kickoff point. And then the one after that is the horizontal tool. And this allows us to be able to put in the depth of our RKB TVD. In this case, we're going to say it's 2,500 feet. And then the maximum dip direction would the dip would be, say, 3 degrees. And then the dip direction would be the direction that maximum dip was in. Very important to have those numbers right, because we can change the strike azimuth very simply with this. But it depends upon having that information as accurate as you can get it, is what the geologist is going to tell you. In this case, we're going to say that our maximum dip direction is 78 degrees. And so now we have gone ahead and there's been some sort of curve planned for us. And we want to hit the strike azimuth. What direction do we do? Let's say we want to hit it at maximum dip of 78 degrees. So the direction that we want to hit that plane is that. And then the extension that we want to have, how far we want to drill out, we'll say is 3,000 feet. So I'm going to put 3,000 feet in there. And you can see that in this area right here, we have a 10.87, which is the dog leg, which would be necessary to have in order to be able to do that. We have all those numbers represented in this horizontal projection, and we have the numbers represented down here as well. So let's go to the end of what we have here and take a look at what we have. And we can move back along, and we can see that we're moving along. If we look at the numbers up here in the corner, we have 87 degrees in the direction of 78, so we're moving along, and then this sort of curve. So we've planned this well onto this formation plane. So once we've done that, all we have to do is apply it to the proposal as usual. And once we do that, then we can get back into our workspace by hitting the guy with the flashlight on his head. And we're down here at the end, and we can see this. And if I want to see my formation plane that I've created, all I have to do is click on this and then come down and choose Create Target Plane. This is something that you can do anytime with any portion of the curve. You can create a target plane that goes all the way back to the RKB. And if we were to measure that exact intersection point of where that plane is, we'd find that it's right below us, that it's right at what we said it was going to be, which was 2,500 feet, and that it slopes away from us, as we can see in this depiction here. This plane can be used in our projections, and there's a description of how to do this for the directional driller, how to figure out what your needed build rate is to get down to that plane. That's all there is to planning this kind of horizontal well. I'll show you another way of doing a horizontal well in the next section.